Hey, I know I haven't shared anything with you by video in a while, and I just felt like today was the day. The Lord really spoke to my heart about the parable of the lost son, and just some things I just wanted to point out real quick, you know, just to kind of give you a deeper insight into the Father's heart. If you notice real quick in this story, at the very beginning, the son, first of all, he says to the father, "Give me the share of my estate." He's not asking him for something, he's actually making a demand. So think about this. He's the son and he's making demands of his father. And just think about, in this society that we live in today, that sounds crazy to do, but in the society of those times, imagine how that father must have felt. And then he goes on to say that what he desires is the share of his estate. And then he takes that, and that share of that estate was 1/3 of everything the father owned. And think of it, your inheritance is something you're only supposed to get upon the death of the one who actually gives it to you. Meaning that he was asking the father for something, saying, I really don't care if you're alive or if you're dead. I just want what you have to give to me. And then after he does give it to him, the father gives it to him, he then goes away. He doesn't go away to a nearby. It says he goes to a distant country. So in other words, three things have happened here. The father has had his son demanding things of him instead of asking. He has given up something that you would only give to your child after you have died. And then he sees him leave immediately and go somewhere far off to squander that money in whichever way he desires and live in whichever way he desires. Imagine the feeling of the father's heart at this point in time. Later on in the story, we see that the son eventually realizes the error of his ways and decides to want to come back home. And here's what's interesting is the reaction of the father. It says that he is still a far way off, that the father runs to meet him. And the father, filled with compassion, hugs him and kisses on him. The father then celebrates his return by taking not just a fattened calf, but the fattened calf. He takes the best robe. He puts sandals on his feet, a ring on his finger. He actually restores the son to a greater position than what he had before the son actually ran off, before the son made demands of him, before the son demanded something of him that you would only ask of a parent or receive from a parent if that parent is dead. So think of the way he treated the father, but think of the way the father showed compassion towards him. I just want you to hear this today and think, no matter how far you've run off from God, no matter how you have feel in any kind of way that you have made any demands to the father instead of asking, any way that you feel like you have erred against his heart, I just want you to hear that the father still loves you. And that the father is just waiting for you to just make that one sudden quick turn back to him. And he's right there. Trust me, the father is still chasing after you and desires you to just slow down and allow his love to catch you right where you are. You can't run too far. There's no way you can run from his arms, because his arms are not too short to save. So receive that message today. Realize that no matter how prodigal you've lived, you can't live too prodigal for the love of Jesus to not catch your heart, and that you can return to the Father whenever you desire. His arms are wide open just for you. God bless you. Live truth and share truth. I'll see you soon.